All right, hello and welcome to the Scale Up Leader World Special Edition. This is a live, an impromptu live. I'm going to be talking about my Udemy course launch, and I wanted to just talk about what I was trying to do. I'm doing this live because I didn't want to script it, didn't want to sort of plan this ahead and put a lot of effort into it, didn't want to promote it really. But if you have comments or questions, if you're online and you have comments or questions, just stick them in the comments here. I'm just going to talk through with my course what my goal was with launching the course, how it went according to the goal, some of the interesting challenges that I had, especially with the Udemy model, and some of the things you might learn if you want to do an Udemy course. And I'm going to talk about how things are going and what I'm going to do next, really, in terms of the Udemy course, in terms of what I'm planning to do. So without further ado, let's get into this. My goal by launching the course, by putting this course out there, was not necessarily to make a huge amount of money from the course. I think there are better ways of doing that than Udemy, if that's what you want to do, at least in the short term. My goal with the course was really to get more exposure, to sort of find another sort of way of getting my name out there, to reach another audience. And the secondary goal was to get passive income, like income that will come in through their network, that would drive revenue for me. And that's the secondary goal. And I had targets for these. My goal for the first month, was it a month or quarter? I think it was first quarter actually, was 50 students and $1,500 US in revenue. For some reason, they do dollars. I don't really mind. Dollars, pounds, euros. It's all pretty similar, right? So 50 students and 1,500 in revenue. Now I hit the 50 students pretty comfortably. I'm at about 1,000 in revenue, which is not too bad. But it's interesting the way this works. If what you wanted to do was to drive more revenue, what's interesting here is, like, if I was selling this on my own platform with my own control, I would set my own price and I would have a higher price, and I probably would have done more than 1,500 in revenue. I've sold courses before with similar to this, sort of live in particular, with the similar sort of topics, that kind of thing. And I can sell them for 200-ish, that sort of money, 100 to 200 euros. And you sell fewer of them. I wouldn't sell 50 at that price very easily, but I could still fit a bunch of them and that would be fine. But I decided to go with Udemy, and I'm going to talk about how this works. So I want to show you Udemy. Let's see if I can pull this on screen here. So this is Udemy. I'm logged out of Udemy right now. So this is just my the Udemy page. And oh, interestingly, it doesn't show what I expected to show up there. Normally, interesting. So normally it has, up the top here, it has a banner. I must have closed the banner, but normally it has a banner. If you go to udemy.com, you'll see a banner up there which says massive sale discounts, right at the very top of you can see there at the top. Massive sale discounts, thousands of courses at $9.99 or whatever it is. And that's what they have at the moment. If you go there right now, that's what you'll see. I'm pretty sure if I opened up a incognito window, that's what I'd see. But okay, let's have a look for OKRs. So if we look for OKRs, I'm just going to search for OKR. If we're doing an OKR course, oh, there it is. It's the biggest sale of the season. Get courses from $9.99 through August 31. Now, I didn't really look into how Udemy do pricing, but what I thought was that this would be, do this a month, and then normally it goes back to whatever price I've set. But no, this is all the time. So if you come to Udemy, you always get a discount. Don't worry about it. Go to Udemy, you'll always get a discount. You can see here, this is someone else's. This is Axel Ritterhouse. He's got the most popular course here with 8,000 reviews. Click on this, he's got 30,000 students. He's been updating it regularly. I don't know how much updating he does, but he's updated it regularly. It's been on there for some years. I don't know how long he's had this up here for, but he's obviously done a lot of promotion, got a whole business going there. That's great for him. So we'll go back to to the other courses. Mine right now is second on the list, and that's not because it's the most popular. It's because I've become hot and new, right? I've managed to get quite a few people. So my launch worked reasonably well in that I had enough people going on here and giving reviews, and I've got high ratings, and so it's got a good result there. So I'm up there. If you click on my course, you can see here, $9.99. What a bargain! Down from 20 euros. And part of me thinks, why is the price so low? Because I set the price higher, but it is what it is. This is how they work. So this is the second if you search for OKRs. Currently, it's under the wrong category here. This should actually be OKRs and so on, but we'll fix that later on. And I should get some more customers, because if you search for OKRs, you should see my course on the list. Currently under goal setting, I guess I'm somewhere on this list here. I guess I'm there. So top courses in goal setting and goal achievement. I'm one of those top courses. So if you want goal setting, you'll find that. But currently, you don't get me for the what do you call it? OKRs. If you search for if you look at under the OKRs category. So okay, this is my course. It does say hot and new. I've got ratings. You can click on the ratings here. We've got lots of people talking about it. Really positive ratings. I'm really happy with this. As someone who somewhat depends on words of encouragement, it's actually wonderful to read these ratings, and I see these people. Some of these people I know, some of them I don't. But you have these ratings and these reviews, and they're all really positive, and it's fantastic. And so I'm really happy with that. That the goal of this was to get the launch was really to get some traction here. So I've had 80 students so far. I've had some traction here, getting it working here, so that when it comes to OKR cycle time, which is September now, people who come to this page, who search for it, who don't know me, see that the course has good ratings. And that was my goal of the launch. So my launch goal, I think, was successful. Now, what I want to talk about here is the price. So this price was a real learning for me. I set the price, and I'll show you in a minute. I set the price at 100 euros, because I think that's a reasonable price for this course. It's got some amazing value in it. 100 euros is good. But here's what I did. Let's log in. Let me show you this. So we'll log into me here. Click on this. This is me. Logging in. And here I'm in the student section here. And I want to show you our actual course. That's the actual course. We've got an instructor side here. So this is the instructor, how it looks for instructors. And you can see I've led $100 this month, which we'll talk about in a minute. But here you can see it's set at $99.99. Why are they selling it at 20 euros? I don't know. It's kind of strange. But if you click to edit the course and you click on pricing here, this is how pricing works. I can set the tier, right? So I set it at $99.99. I can have different tiers, right? All the way up to 200. I thought that's a reasonable price. There's another one there at 79, I think it is. Maybe I should have set it at 79. Don't know. There's this price tier matrix. Basically, it modifies the price for different countries. So you can have it in pounds or dollars or whatever. And if you do it in India, for example, it's in rupees. It's 799 rupees, which works out to about 8 euros. So the price is different per country depending on the tier, right? So it's in euros like this. But here's the interesting thing. I've opted into Udemy deals, and it optimizes my price, my list price, and offers the discount. Now, I didn't really think about that. I thought that this would mean that, sure, I'd have $99.99, and then they'd offer a discount, and it might be a massive discount. So I'd say instead of $99.99, it's 20 euros or whatever it is. But what they do is they say, well, we're not going to even pretend it was $99.99. We're going to say it was $19.99, and then we're going to sell it at 50% off instead of saying it's 90% off. I don't quite understand their logic here. So I emailed them and I asked them about this. And I said, what's going on? How does this work? They said, well, this is what we've learned works best. So this is what we do. And my goal, if you think back to my goal with the course, my goal was to get more exposure. And secondary income is secondary for this. But I thought, okay, well, do I set my own price so that I can control it and get a bit more revenue in the short term in particular? Or do I just aim for exposure? And so I decided, okay, let's leave it with this, and hopefully we'll get some more exposure. So that's how it works, and that's what happened. Now, if I go back here and I go to performance, right, you can see here I've had $1,000 so far in revenue, most during the launch. This is when I was launching and promoting it quite a lot. I've had quite a lot of revenue there, and $1,000 that works out, by the way, after I've paid for my video editing, which was a couple of hundred, plus some help from someone doing the marketing, I'm just ahead on breaking even. I'm better than break even here, but not much. And just based on my costs, that's not including my time that went into making the course. So my goal here is that over time, you can see here, these are mostly sales that were not me. It's $2, $5, one sale at a time. And I'll explain why it's so low in just a minute. But I get this infrequently, but I think this is going to pick up as people start to start to look for OKR courses. It should start picking up, and as there gets a bit momentum. And the point with this is that this is an audience that I'm not attracting otherwise. They don't see me in any other way. They see me on Udemy, and they're paying me some money, and I get some money from this, and hopefully they get to know me and who I am and what I'm doing. I am going to add a bonus lecture on the end, which will talk about what else they can do with me if they want. But in the meantime, it's fine. My expectation here is that this will slowly pick up, and I should maybe get to sort of monthly of maybe a couple of hundred a month, something like that. And that should last, for a good couple of years at least, and that will make it worthwhile in the end, at least. So that's the what do you call it? Revenue. Traffic and conversion is interesting. So here's the people landing on my landing page and so on, how many people come. You can see that there's not a huge amount of conversion, but it's not bad. It's 10% or something like that. They're slowly starting to show more people show it to themselves. Like most of this is direct. Most of this is my promo. Oh, and by the way, if you want to go to the course, use this link here, learnokrs.com, because you'll get the best pricing. And on top of that, I get a better rev share. And I'll tell you about that in a minute because it's quite important. So all of these links here are basically my own promotion, and then this is theirs. So they're starting to send people to me, and I'm starting to get some sales through that, and that's a good sign, right? So Udemy Discovery, they're starting to get some. Well, they pumped it to a lot of people then. It's interesting. But okay, we're getting some people here every now and again. And Udemy search. So search is slowly rising here. Udemy ads and affiliates. Oh, this is interesting. Instructor promo, right? That's my own instructor promo. Oh, that's interesting. They said they did do a boost there, but they didn't sell it very well. Outside sources, that's mostly me, I believe. Right, it's interesting. So you can get all this information. Handy to understand this. I need to spend some more time on this. One of the things that I'm discovering from this is that I actually need to improve my website, my actual landing page. And if you go back to courses here, edit manage course, this is the page, which is the course landing page. And this has information about the course. And I think what's happening here is this isn't strong enough to sell. So I need to put some more sales material in here and make it work. I just added this before. Let's make this OKRs. And there should be OKR here. So hopefully that now, is it saved? I've got to click save up there. Okay, right, there we go. So now I should be in the right category at least. I wasn't in the right category. Okay, so there we go. That's the course, and that's how it works. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was promotions, actually. Let's go back to here, how the promotions work, because this is the other thing that blew me away. It's kind of funny. In order to get revenue, right, they sell the course. Now, if they sell it, they get quite a lot of the money, which is fine. And someone said a comment here. Derek. Hey, Rich, how does Udemy compare to other platforms you tried? Derek, I haven't actually tried any other platforms. I've tried my own platforms and I've tried live courses. This is the first time, and I've tried YouTube, which hasn't made any money at all. But I did speak to the former chief operating officer of Udemy, and my understanding of Udemy is basically treat it like it's another YouTube. It's a content distribution platform. Have a low price, get your content out there, use it as a way of attracting customers. So that's how he recommends it, and that's what I'm doing. I haven't tried other platforms so much. I am going to try it. His advice again was also to me, put your course on all of the platforms, right? Just put it everywhere, because if you put the course everywhere, then you get more of the exposure that you want, which is good. So I'm going to do that as well. But let's talk about this promotions here. So this referral link, it has a referral code in here. That's the key. That means that Udemy knows. That's the key. That means that Udemy knows that it's me who sold the course. Now, when I sell the course, whether they're setting the price or I'm setting the price, however it works, if I sell the course, then I get 97% of the revenue. So if it's 20 euros, I get 97% of that, which is 19 euros. If they sell the course, so if it comes from them without this referral code, then I get 37% of the revenue. And that surprised me a little bit. It was like I'm a little bit more aggressive revenue share than I expected. But it makes some sense because they're doing a lot of investment in building their network and all that sort of stuff. They get to have some, and that's free revenue for me, so it's kind of fine. But if they're selling it for 799 rupees and they give me 37% of that, I get about $1.50 for an Indian person who searches for the course. So I kind of need quite a lot of traffic on there to make it worthwhile. We'll see how that goes. But I wanted to also talk about the coupons and the promotions, because I thought, okay, I can set my course up 99 euros or whatever it is, and then I can make some coupons and maybe put 30% discount. Here's what I'm allowed to do. You can create 4 coupons a month, right? So I've created 3. I can create the best price so that I can give it the current price that Udemy would offer any student at the time I create the coupon. So this means that I can always have the best price, but it only lasts for how long? End date August 28th. 5 days. Expires in 5 days. So I can do that for 5 days. So if I want to have that link, I need to keep updating it every 5 days. I can have a custom price, but I can only set the custom price between $12.99 and $19.99. I thought I set it to $99.99, so I was expecting to set the custom price at $50 and give people a 50% discount, but I can't do that. Weirdly enough, if I give this coupon out to people, like a coupon like this, and then they remove the coupon, they get a lower price because Udemy offers them a bigger discount. I can do an open free one with 1,000 people, up to 1,000 redemptions in 5 days, or I can do a free targeted in 31 days. So when I first started, I launched it for free to a few selected people, and I used this one here just to get people to give some reviews, and then I started to launch it with this publicly, this type of one, and I realized after a while that when people removed my discount coupon, they got a lower price. Anyway, it is what it is. So I'm probably not going to use the coupons anymore. And you can see I've got some here, but 6 people gave it for free at various times. People used this coupon. It was $19.99. That was the price that I was giving it at. Turns out that Udemy's cheaper. Anyway, it is what it is. It does what it does. It's slightly strange. But the point here is that the only thing I'd worry about with Udemy is, like, if you come through me, use this link or go to, where did I put it? Let's put it on the screen. learnokrs.com. I've just set that up so that works, and you can just go straight to the landing page, and it will attribute the course to me, and it's good. We'll see how it goes. My next plan with this, basically, I'm going to promote this. Let's just remove this from the screen. My next plan for the course, I am going to promote this next month again, just to send it out again. I'm being open about the pricing and how the pricing works. You will get the good best price from Udemy. If you go through my link, it should give you the Udemy's best price. If it doesn't, let me know, and I'll make sure that I'm sending Udemy's best price promotion. But you should get the best price. And if you come through my link, then I get 97% of that. If you don't go through my link, I get 37% of that. And it's 37% of not much. So in some sense, I don't really mind, because I'm not really making a lot of money out of this. My goal, as I say, is to expand my audience. So if you're on this and you're listening to this and you do the course, please do the course. Please share the course. If you can share learnokrs.com, even better. If you can't, if you just share the course, that's fine. If you put a review on the course, it's really helpful for me. It just means that it goes well. So that'd be helpful. And my goal with this is, as I say, I'm going to improve the landing page, improve some of the sales material there. I'm going to add another lecture on there, just to sort of send people my way for other services that I do offer that is actually lucrative for me. That's kind of the goal of the course, and hopefully just slowly increase the revenue from the course by that way. But otherwise, I'm actually planning to set up a community. The community is going to be called Scale Up Leaders. This is kind of my master plan, if you like. I'm planning to set up a community for managers of in scale-ups, leaders, whether they're managers or individual contributor leaders, such as product managers and so on, to learn about some of the techniques and methods we have for delivering results through other people. And this is a very pragmatic sort of community that I plan to build. It's going to have quite a lot of the training that I have in the community, but the most important thing here, I think, is that people will meet other people who are peers in scale-ups and be able to coach each other. The advantage of coaching each other is, number one, you learn from other people who are like you and a diversity of people. And number two, you get to exercise your own coaching skills. And coaching skills are possibly one of the most powerful things you can have as a leader in a scale-up or in any business. So exercising that and learning that is really critical. And I found, from my experience at Google and Amazon, there was a huge amount of opportunity to do that. You could coach people outside of your group, and you don't have that sort of like tension of people within your team. You have to do that within your team anyway. But when you're there, you have this weird tension. If you're coaching or mentoring someone outside of your group, you kind of have some common language and some common ways of thinking of things and some common context, but they're not in your team. We're not having high pressure, high risk sort of situations here. So you end up with this opportunity to coach people and learn from other people without that pressure. And that's what I'd like to create in this community. So if you're interested in that, please just send me a message, LinkedIn, whatever it is, or a comment up. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear more about it. Jen says, I bought the Perk course specifically so I can refer my clients to it. They need it. Thanks, Jen. Really appreciate it. I've shared this around to a few people. Please do feel free to share the course. As I say, the best link is, how do I put this up here? learnokrs.com. It's really easy. I'll just put a redirect to it. So if you go, I'll just demonstrate this at the stream. If we go here, I'll go here and log out. Log out. Oh, come on, you got to log out. Log me out, please. There we go. So if I log out here and I just go to this page, this is which is in your browser. You're going to show me? You're going to figure out there. You go. Then okrs.com. It just takes you straight to this page here with the best prices that we can. All right. Use that. And thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you joining me today. Hope that's interesting and worthwhile to you. Feel free to drop me any questions later on. All right. Take care. I'm going to run to another meeting. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Scale well.